Hello everyone and welcome to the official Lost video podcast hosted by ABC.com. Well, as the Steve Miller Band is so fond of singing, time keeps on slipping. And that's exactly what it's been doing in our show. So we're here today with Propmaster Rob Kyker to show you how to build your own time machine. Not necessarily a functional one, but hey, it looks like it. He'll also, of course, show us some other cool toys that he's built from scratch for the show. Of course, if you are interested in the mechanics of time travel, you're in luck. Executive producers Damon Lindelof and Carlton Hughes join us for the audio podcast, which you can download at lost.abc.com. Also a great place to submit any of the fan questions they haven't answered. No guarantee they'll get to them, but it's good therapy. It gets it out of your system. And coming up next week, we will have another video podcast for you with The Other Woman, which also just happens to be the name of the episode. That, of course, airs on Thursday, March 6th at 9 p.m. on ABC and is available the next day at abc.com. And then the day after that, we'll have the video podcast. Here now is Rob Kyker. Enjoy.
Well, my name is Rob Kyker, and I'm the prop master on the show. Basically, what I do is start with the script. Between concept meetings and production meetings and meetings with the directors, we go over anything that's prop-oriented, prop-specific. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of really weird stuff that we come up with that I haven't had to do in the past. So this is where all of our stuff is stored from last season or stuff that we use all the time. By definition, anything an actor picks up, touches, is a prop, be it a gun, a wristwatch, a polar bear skull. But in addition to that, I'm also responsible for all the graphics. So I would be in charge of driver's license or passports or anything having to do with graphics. Keep throwing them, and you can throw them at actors all day long, they just don't hurt. Actually, we are a very, very popular department around Halloween. Can we borrow the SWAT vests? Can we borrow this? Can we borrow that? We make a lot more stuff on this show than most shows because of the Dharma, because of the period aspect of it, because of the nature of the show and the weirdness of it. We make a lot of stuff on this show from scratch. Sometimes that's from scratch. Sometimes that's taking something that we find and doctoring it significantly so that it doesn't look like anything that you've seen before. My dad was a prop master, my older brother's a prop master, my uncles are prop guys. So I was doing props when I was 14. So it's just one of those things. It's in the family and I've always loved it. This season we've done a couple of really cool deals. Our new character this year named Miles was meant to be some kind of a paranormal psychic. And he comes into a house and he pulls this contraption out of a suitcase that you've never seen before, but if you look at it carefully, you can tell that it's an old dust vac turned into some BS machine meant to suck the spirits out of rooms. So we had to, come up with a design for that and then have it fabricated, and this is actually what that turned out like. And this is what it looks like now. It looks a lot better when we shot it, but it got kind of beat up. We had a friend of ours, this guy named Dragon over at Renegade Effects. He made the blue glasses that we did last year. He designed this for me and put it together. And like I said, it used to come all apart, but we beat it up pretty good. So that's that.
What is all this?
This is where I do the things Oxford frowns upon.
We did a really cool time travel machine. When you read in it that a character named Faraday puts this rat in a maze and he pulls this thing over the rat and he buzzes it, that's about all we get in the dialogue. So then I go through and I find tons and tons of pictures of ideas and I show them to Jack and it's like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. I would like to put this together with this. And I found old stuff like this. I don't even know what that is, but I like the way it looks. So basically I went through and found all these old pieces of equipment, a dentist's lamp and all sorts of weird stuff. And then we just, spend days putting it together, wiring it, making it look cool. Basically, this is what it turned out to be. All of these things light up. In the scene, I think Faraday turned something to 11 hertz. So we get a stainless steel thing made that says 11 hertz. I got this piece at Dennis Supply Store in Honolulu. Actually donated this to me, which is awesome. And went to Home Depot and found 2 different street lamps and flipped them around and put some, tin foil on there or whatever this is, metal tape, and found a whole bunch of this stuff, and basically just put it on the rat and zap it with this bad boy. Just. This is some of the, every time we do something Dharma, I like to keep one piece on my shelf. That way I remember what it looks like, and it's kind of a fun conversation piece. So anyway, here's some of the Dharma stuff that we've done. Beer, soap, aspirin. Here's the world famous Apollo bar. Here's our polar bear skull from this season. And my assistant's got me a bobblehead that looks just like me. See the resemblance? For a prop master, this job is awesome. It's just like no other. I mean, we get to spend a ton of money. The creative license is unbelievable, and I'm making stuff I've never even heard of or seen before. I'm learning, and so it's cool that way. I mean, it's like I've done medical shows, I've done law shows, I've done restaurant shows, and they all have their own unique challenges, but this show is just like a no other because it's a little bit of all of it, and then some cool stuff on top of that.